Welcome to Life with Java. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Good morning. Apparently, when you get a new microphone and you're not actually sure you're using it right, you film a great big long section with no voice whatsoever. I believe here I was telling you that we picked up my mom. We went for a walk around her neighborhood. She showed me a beautiful flower garden down the street from her. I took a picture of that, and I will include that here in just a second. And I was telling you that we went to Sam's Club and walked around and bought a few items, and I know you guys like to see what we bought, so I'm going to show you everything that we brought home from Sam's. We're starting out with toilet paper. You can't go wrong with a great big case of toilet paper from Sam's Club. It's good quality, it's a decent price, and this will last us for a very long time. I don't know what else I'm saying right here, but apparently we're done with toilet paper. Next up, we have some applesauce pouches. My grandkids love these applesauce pouches. I like buying them for the grandkids because they're healthy. They came in new flavors, so we bought a new box with different flavors that we haven't tried before. I think there's regular apple, there's mango something that looked good. There's strawberry lemonade, and I couldn't read my own lips. I don't know what else there was, but we bought applesauce pouches. Voiceover is weird. I hope this makes any sense to you guys. Jackson bought a new Harry Potter coloring book. He's really proud of this book. It comes with new markers, dual tip markers. He's been really into Harry Potter lately. We were talking about the fact that he's read the whole series this year. He's been watching the movie. And this is the first more like grown-up coloring book he's ever bought. The pages were pretty advanced, but he assured me that he wanted to color them and that he would enjoy this. Jackson chooses a book almost every time we go to Sam's. That's the one section he usually wants to look at there is the book section. So I thought this was great. You know, it'll get him back into coloring and being creative. So he was going to sit down and start coloring on that. He was excited to get going on that. Next up, we have a fruit that I've never tried before. Jackson and I wanted to try this. They say something about berry cherry plums, or very cherry plums. They are a cross between a plum and a cherry. Jackson wanted to try those, and I thought, why not? We both like cherries, and we both like plums. Next up, we have a big box of Cheez-Its. Jackson has not chosen Cheez-Its in a long time, but that was what he wanted when we looked at all the snacks to see if there was anything he thought he could eat. So I was glad to buy him a box of something that he hasn't eaten in a long time. If he doesn't eat them, the grandkids will. One of my favorite things we bought from Sam's. I could read my lips, that's what I just said. I bought stuffed peppers. These bell peppers are definitely my favorite thing to buy from Sam's. I buy a pack of these almost every time we go. Jackie likes them too, so he and I will eat them, or I'll buy them for myself. I was talking about the fact that I always buy the cheapest pack when I'm by myself. These ones were, I believe, $13 for all 6 peppers. They're stuffed with quinoa. Jackson was asking me what quinoa is. They're either stuffed with quinoa or rice or something similar. And they have ground beef. They have a lot of good seasoning and spices. Probably some tomato sauce maybe in there. And then the cheese on the top. That's where I was showing you the price. And, you know, allergies. Good old allergies. Boy, I feel ridiculous doing voiceover. I hope you guys don't mind. Oh, I paid $14.34 for those. This is kind of like me watching along with you. I think $14 is a great steal for 6 peppers. I eat those for at least 3 meals, if not 4 meals. What else are you going to feed, for a grown-up 4 meals for $14 for? I'll just put a little salad with them or a little extra vegetable or something to kind of fill me up too. And I think we're almost done with this section. I hope the next one has voice. Good Lord Almighty, this section didn't have voice either. I hope I turn this microphone off and back on again before the next section. I was telling you that when we do Walmart grocery delivery, that a lot of times we have missing items or spoiled items or things like that. So, this time around, we actually got something added to our order that we did not order. Walmart brought us 2 huge 18 packs of eggs that I did not order. And of course, once they drop it off to your house, they won't come pick it back up. So we got to keep those eggs. And I was telling you that I'm not a big egg eater, but I boiled a whole bunch of them. I think I boiled probably a dozen eggs a few days ago, and this is the first time I ever boiled them and peeled them and kept them in a bag like this. But they've really been coming in handy. I've really enjoyed having high protein, easy snack that's already ready. Just grab, throw some salt and pepper, paprika, something on it, and eat it. So that was a blessing. Eggs are really expensive these days, and to get that many free ones was quite a blessing. I don't really know what I'm saying here. Here we go to the next one. Still no voice. Continuing on with the voiceover, I washed some of the cherry plums for Jackson and I to taste. I thought these were really cute because they were attached just like 2 little cherries with the same little stems. Maybe that's why they call them cherry plums. And I like seeing the leaf. You can kind of get the idea of what kind of tree or bush it came off of. I'm going to look those up later and see if they grow on a bush or a tree. Those were probably some of the biggest in there. These ones looked the most ripe, so I washed those for Jackson and I to try first. And future me will just say I was very impressed that Jackson wanted to try something new. But it doesn't surprise me that it was a fruit because he does really like plums and cherries both. As I've said before, we are blessed that he does eat fruit because a lot of people with ARFID don't. He was wanting to finish his coloring sheet that he was coloring in his coloring book before he came to try it. But look at him go. He just dove right in. No hesitation whatsoever. And score, he actually really liked it. I did not taste any cherry in these whatsoever. It really just tasted like a plum to me. But they're really cute how they're miniature in size. And as you can see, he went back for more. I do believe he finished that whole cherry plum. And I do think that he'll eat a couple more out of the bag. So that's wonderful. I don't know how long the stores will have them. I don't know if they'll ever be available here again. But I always celebrate every single win with him when it comes to trying a new food or eating a new food. So that was really cool to find those this morning. Hallelujah, the microphone's coming back on. I know you guys like to see restock videos, and you like to see how people sort their things. And I don't know why my lighting is weird. I think it's because of the lighting in my pantry. But if you're looking for a great way to sort your kids' snacks, a shoe rack hanging in your pantry or hanging anywhere you have food works wonderful. The kids don't have to dig through the boxes and your cans or whatever you have over here on your regular pantry. They can easily see what options they have available, and you can easily see what options they have available, and it's just a great way to sort their snacks. I've done a little bit of rearranging, but I'm going to put several of the applesauce pouches in. I'm not going to sort the flavors, so I'm just going to stick them in here. The kids know what they like. I think they look more at color than flavor anyway. I love having something here that the grandkids enjoy like a treat, but it's actually healthy. You know, these have no sugar added. It's just applesauce and fruit. Jackson has a few Nutella breadstick packs left. So I'm going to stick them in there and get this big box out of our way. Now I think I'll put a few of the Cheez-It pouches in there too. Let's get some scissors and open them up. I'm using the microphone again for you guys. Yesterday I tested it out and many of you said that the sound quality was better. So although that seems like it was a really long time ago, my videos are just stacked up that much and already uploaded. So this is actually the next day from the day I trialed out the microphone. I'm going to try to remember to use it for you guys. All right, that's pretty good. Gets a lot of the packaging out of our way too. I can store these in my laundry room. We have a shelf where we store toilet paper, paper towels, things like that. But you can see all the snacks all together, all in one place. I also need to restock my jars. I bought this stuff to do that. Maybe we'll do that next. I bought new pasta, new spaghetti sauce, or spaghetti noodles, new black-eyed peas. All of that needs restocked in my jars. Let's go ahead and get that done too. Here's a look at Jackson's coloring. That looks amazing. Wow, I love how his sword stands out so much. Do you like the markers that it came with?
Yeah, the markers are really high quality.
We needed some new markers anyway, didn't we? I'm impressed. I think Dobby is so cute.
She is cute.
Who's your favorite character from Harry Potter?
Today
or right now, who's your favorite?
Dobby or Crookshanks.
Nice.
Crookshanks is Hermione's cat, if you didn't know.
Okay. I hope they can hear you since I'm the one with the microphone on.
Do you guys have a favorite Harry Potter character?
Oh, I bet they do. I think mine is probably Harry or Ron. Is that his name? Ron Wilson?
Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley.
Wilson.
I am not good at Harry Potter stuff. Mom's not really a movie watcher, am I?
You are.
I've really only seen the first Harry Potter movie. We've had the other ones on, but I've really only watched this one thoroughly. And I've definitely never read the books. But I love anything that you love, right?
Yep.
Anything you're interested in, Mom's all for it.
Where am I? What's going on under the floor?
Okay, here are my jars. My kitchen is small and my lighting is not great. But I think this angle will be good enough for you guys to see what I'm doing. I hope. I apologize if it's not. These are the jars I'm going to fill. I love these jars. I saw a lady with jars like this in a magazine one time, and I knew from then I wanted to find some jars. I just love the way it looks. I'm the kind of person that likes things to be put away in their spot, but I also like things that are aesthetically pleasing, and this kind of meets both criteria for me. So this one has, these are either white northern beans or navy beans. Let me try to stay out of the light.
What does criteria mean?
Criteria, it means things that you need to have in order to do something else.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to fill these. I probably won't even use these until winter time.
I think we need to place a new light bulb in there, don't we?
Yeah, we do. These are my most used noodles. These are Garden Rotini. I bought these jars at Walmart. They came in a big case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 here, so that means they came in a case of 6. Or, I don't know, did they come in 6 or did they come in... Yeah, I think they did come in a set of 6. This jar gets filled with garden rotini. I use this rotini in any kind of soup I make. I love to make vegetable soup, either with ground beef, stew meat, ground turkey, turkey sausage, shredded chicken, or even just chicken legs cooked until they're falling apart. I'm a huge fan of soup, especially in the winter, but I'll eat soup pretty much anytime. And I love to add these noodles just as a pretty color to the soup, also kind of to keep me full a little bit longer. And I believe these actually do have vegetables in them. They're made of wheat. They have spinach powder, tomato powder. So they do have a little bit more nutrition than just pasta. Can you see this?
Me?
No, not you.
Okay.
I'm going to have to move it. Let's see here, guys. Let me try flipping the camera around to fill this. There we go. It's not a very good angle of me, but you're not here to see me. You're here to see what I'm doing, right?
That's the most fun, most satisfying sound.
Doesn't that look pretty? Don't those look beautiful? I'm sorry that there's such a glare. Oh, that's a glare from my phone. Let me scoot back. So there's jar number 2. This is my favorite jar, just because it's colorful. And you're actually standing where this jar usually goes. So let's set it to the side for now. Next we have spaghetti noodles. And I usually buy whatever noodles are cheap and I break them all up until they fit in here. But this time, when I was placing my Walmart order, I saw that for the same price, they sell half-length spaghetti. So how perfect is that? It's going to fit right in my jar without me having to crush them up or break them up. And I'm sorry to any of my viewers that are Italian, because I know you don't ever break your pasta. But I'm not Italian. I'm just a hungry woman that wants to feed my family. So for me, broken pasta works just fine. Let's see if there's a graceful way to do this. There probably is not.
There is.
My granddaughter Ava loves ASMR. She loves to make ASMR videos. She likes it when I send her ASMR videos. She would probably enjoy this right here. I'll try to let them go slow, but that didn't work. Maybe I can slow it down and send her a clip of it. Give them a shake. Stack them in there. My counter is clean. I wipe it down every single morning because I know the cat's been up here all night trying to be sneaky and get drinks out of the sink or something. There we go. Full again. I think I have this protein pasta. Brahmi protein pasta. It's pretty good, but it upsets my stomach if I eat just the protein pasta. So I kind of think I'm going to break these up and mix them in here, and then when we do cook spaghetti or that kind of pasta, it's kind of a half and half. Or maybe not even quite, because there's not that much protein pasta in here. I've already used some of it. The flavor of these isn't bad at all. The texture of the noodle is weird. I don't know if you can see this. It has a grainy, like a thick, grainy texture. Ah, I'm dropping them. I know they'll fit. Come on, come on. There we go. There's a little bit more in here. Yeah, these break easier. Fall into pieces. I think these are made with, let's see what they're made with. They're made with durum wheat also, but also lupini beans. So they're made with beans and wheat. The beans give them the protein. Make them a little bit healthier than just plain pasta. The way I eat, I wouldn't call it a diet. I try to eat whole foods. I try not to eat sugar or just have it very rarely as a treat. And I try to focus mostly on fiber and protein. Those are my two goals every day, is lots of fiber and lots of protein. So there we go. It is really full. And now a good mixture. I can remember, that these are the protein and grab a few of these and then make sure I get, some of these too. There we go. What else do we have here? Oh, the black-eyed peas. Remember about a week ago I made black-eyed peas. Boy, were they delicious. I definitely need to refill that. Black-eyed peas are my favorite type of, I call them beans, legumes, whatever you want to call them. They're not peas, they're beans. I don't even know, why are they called black-eyed peas? Does anybody know? Now I'm going to have to Google it because now I'm going to be curious. But they are my favorite type of bean or, similar to cook. They taste exactly like beans when they're cooked, but they're so creamy. And they're, I would say they're a lot easier on the digestive system. I don't know how to say this nicely, but beans, give a lot of people a lot of gas and bloating. And black-eyed peas don't seem to have that same effect. I think that's why I like the navy beans or the northern beans that are white too. I feel like pinto beans and red beans and black beans are all a little bit harder to digest. All that to say, I definitely stay stocked on black-eyed peas. I bought a 1 pound bag. I really should have bought 2 pounds because when I cook beans, I cook probably half or 3/4 of this at once. And that's just for me. If anyone else is eating them, I cook more because I eat them more than one meal. If I'm going to cook a big meal, I'm going to eat it 2 or 3 or so times. But these will get us going for the next time or two. All right, y'all ready for this one? Sounds like rain.
It really does.
Those rain sticks that they sell in like gift shops? That's what it reminds me of. Gentle rain coming down. All right, the rest of these are full, but I am going to go ahead and dust them off. And I'm going to kind of wipe off behind them. Your picture's done? All right, we'll look at it in a second. Get the dust off. We live in a very dusty house. I can dust these today, and a day or two from now, they're going to be covered in dust again. Dust off the counter behind them. I like to have, these have different markings. They kind of tell how much is in here. One side says ball, more measurements, but this side, if you can see it, it has fruit on it. And I like to put this side out. I just like the way it looks. Let me turn you around and show you how it's looking. There we go. It's looking beautiful again. I will get some more beans and fill my bean jars up a little bit more, but I'm not in a hurry to do that. Soon I will. I don't know if you can see the little emblem or not, but that's okay. What do you think? You like this way of storing your dried goods? Or do you prefer them to be put away behind a closed cabinet door so nobody can see them?
Okay, let me go to the oats.
Jackson finished his picture.
Two
pictures? Wow, I love that. Very nice.
Sadly, it messed up the other page.
Oh, it did? The marker went through?
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe you should try using colored pencils from now on.
Yeah.
That's sad when they sell markers that come with a book and they don't work well on it. Yeah,
it didn't do that to this one, so
okay, well maybe try crayons or colored pencils on the next one. Speaking of, well, not speaking of, before we turned the camera on, Jackson said, hold on, let me clean my mess. I don't want to look like a slob, which I'm proud of you for cleaning up after yourself. Speaking of, I want to show our viewers how clean you've been keeping your room. You've been doing fantastic, haven't you? Let's go check it out. It's been about 3 weeks since we built Jackson's bed. Maybe 4, I think 3 weeks. And it's been probably 2 weeks since we put the pet nets up. And Jackson has worked so hard to do a really good job of cleaning his room every day before his electronic time, haven't you?
Yep.
You're doing great. And always on Sunday is vacuum day. So his floor is freshly vacuumed. Today's Monday. His floor is freshly vacuumed.
And if you're wondering what's in the McDonald's Happy Meal, it's little mini McDonald's. This is what I got.
I know, they have little mini brands right now. That is so cute. We should probably get you one more Happy Meal before they quit having
probably
those.
2 more.
2 more? You like the little mini brands?
Yeah, they're so cute.
All right. Well, Mom is proud of you. I told you that yesterday, didn't I? And you're proud of yourself because on Sunday when you have to vacuum, it doesn't take you hours of crying to get your room picked up, right? Very nice. You've done a great job.
It's cold.
It's cold because we cranked the air down. All right. I keep saying let's get on with homeschool, and here we are still in the house finding little stuff to do, aren't we? Little random things to do. You ready to go out for homeschool now? Not yet? How about if I give you 15 minutes? It's already a little bit after 11. It's 11:13. So if Jackson's not ready to do homeschool yet, I'm going to go ahead and put my peppers in the oven. Here's another look at them. You can go ahead and put them in the toaster oven because they do take quite a while to bake. Here is another one of my antiques. I need to dust up here too. I have 2 of these jars. These are old Maxwell House cans. Did I just say jar? Cans. I love the little kids on here. Let me dust this off while I have it down. Out. See, here we go again. I already can't talk. It's getting further into the day and I'm getting more and more tired because of all that we've already done. So my speech is going to go down with that. Jackson's is the same way. When he's tired, he has more of a lisp. And also, when he's tired, he's not able to communicate very well. Here it is. I like the little kids on the swings, the kites, the bicycles, the flowers, the butterflies. Here's the guy flying the kite, and there's some people on a picnic blanket watching the clouds. This is something that I found at a garage sale. You can see the top used to be taped. I think it had nails or something in it when I bought it. I saved the lid. Even though it's broken, I put it down here just so the metal doesn't make marks on my countertop. It has somebody's name. It looks like it says Alana Allen. Can you see that? But I thought it looked super cute just to hold my utensils in. Looking good. Okay, here we are getting homeschool done. We are on the 23rd state today, which is Maine. Augusta, Maine is the capital. We've been reading about Maine Coons, which are really cool cats, aren't they?
They're adorable.
And Jackson wants to tell you the bad joke about Maine. Why do they call them bad jokes?
I don't know.
I don't know either, because they are pretty funny. All right, tell him the Maine joke.
What happened when a Maine fisherman was late for work?
What happened when a Maine fisherman was late for work?
She lobs her job.
She lobs her job. Oh, that's a pretty good one, isn't it? Okay, we are finished with the homeschool part that we do out in the homeschool room. We did a couple of pages of math. We learned about Maine. Read all about that in 3 different books and looked at their flag and things like that. We'll continue that study tomorrow. And we read a couple of our Bible stories out of our Action Bible book. We are almost finished with the Bible. Jackson is on in his room. He's going to do his own personal reading of whatever book he's reading right now. I'm not even sure what he's reading at the moment. And then he will do his journal writing. I got the peppers out of the oven. I'm going to make my plate so I can eat lunch, and I'll feed him in a little bit when I have the peppers put away and have this smell out of the kitchen. So let's plate me up some lunch. I'm going to make me just a little bit of salad to go with it, and I have a tomato here. Let me wash this off and let's get this together. The only thing I had this morning for breakfast was yogurt, and then I ate that little cherry plum, so I might eat 2 of these peppers because I'm actually pretty hungry. I have my light ranch, lower calorie, but it tastes the same to me. It's not quite as thick, but I don't mind it. And as always, my Redmond real salt. I don't go a day without it. And good old regular black pepper. There it is. I got a red pepper, an orange pepper, and my salad. That's going to be my lunch. That'll keep me nice and full till I have a light dinner later. Okay, I finished my lunch, got my mess all cleaned up, kind of aired the house out a little bit from the smell, and so I'm going to attempt to make Jackson some lunch. Lunch is the meal that he eats the absolute least of, but I'm really hoping he'll eat some today because he only had maybe 5 bites of breakfast this morning, but he did drink his milk. So for lunch, I'm going to give him the last of the grapes. I know he likes these. I know he'll eat these. These are already washed, so I'm just going to pour them right on his plate. I'm also going to give him a string cheese. Hope that he'll nibble a little bit of this. Of course, absolutely everything I put on his plate is a safe food that I know he does like and I know he can eat when his stomach allows, when his senses allow. String cheese, a few honey roasted peanuts. He won't eat a whole lot of these, but to me, if he even eats 5 or 6, it's better than nothing. And last but not least, since he chose Cheez-Its this morning at the store, I think I'm going to put a few of these on his plate. There's his plate. I will serve this with a little yogurt, maybe even a couple of sips of that will get into him. I'm going to tell him that his lunch is ready and it's on the table. And then I'm going to go outside and I want to show you my flowers in my trough. They are more beautiful than I ever imagined they would be. So let's do that and let's leave him the kitchen to himself and let's head outside. I see that these ones are actually between blooms today, so you can't get the full effect. But these have filled in this whole trough. The other day I came out and there was probably 100 blooms on here of all different colors. I started this trough this year with I think 8 little bitty plants and I just scattered them around And I've only even watered them 2 times because we've had enough rain here and there, and these don't require a lot of water. That they have spread and filled the whole trough. And I think if we don't have a real hard winter, I think these will reseed themselves and grow again next year. And apparently my mic glitched out again. But that was the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment.